Hi, everyone. One of my favorite topics to talk about because I have struggled with this multiple times, and I know most of my clients do too, even women who come into Soul Business Accelerator, actually even women in my year-long program who are earning, $20,000, $30,000 a month sometimes. They struggle with imposter syndrome as well. So let's talk about imposter syndrome and really what it is and how can we overcome it so that it doesn't hold us back. I truly have talked to hundreds, if not thousands of women at this point, and imposter syndrome, the fear of not being enough or why me, that's essentially what it is. It's this fear of being exposed as a fraud, is the main reason why people either fail in business because they let that fear of being an imposter hold them back, and two, why they don't even start the business in the first place. I hear, well, there's already X amount of people out there doing this, so where is there space for me? Or what is my role in this? How can I possibly contribute when there's already thousands of people out there doing this who even probably know how to do it better than me? That is definitely the root cause of imposter syndrome, is that belief of I'm not enough. Now, how do we work through that? Because we all have to start somewhere. I think number one, it's acknowledging it and accepting it. It is a thing. You're doing something new, something that you've never done before. So of course you're going to feel weird about it. It's like swimming. The first time you swam, you didn't just get thrown in the water and then swim the freestyle for 100 meters, right? Like you probably sank to the bottom of the pool because you didn't know how to swim. So when you're doing something new, you're always going to feel really weird about it. So acknowledge that, accept it. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing this. It just means now we need to get really good at mastering our skill set and putting ourselves out there and overcoming that fear. And then, it's like new level, new devil. As soon as you're ready to take your business to the next level, you're going to feel it again because you've never been there before. Who am I to lead a group? Who am I to speak on a stage in front of X amount of people? Who am I to get on that podcast? Oh my God, I can't remember who it was, but maybe it was even Glennon Doyle. And she talked about who am I to get on and sit next to Oprah, right? You're always going to have imposter syndrome. And the difference between people who actually really achieve incredible success in their business is not that they didn't feel imposter syndrome, but they figured out a way to work through it. Okay. So I always have my clients write a list of their 10 biggest achievements. So 1, acknowledge, accept it. 2, write a list of your top 10 achievements that you are most proud of in your life. What have you done that has just surprised you and you're so proud of? I mean, there's so many that I can talk about. I think a lot of people don't know that actually, the very first one was I wanted so badly to be a lifeguard in high school. I just thought it was the coolest job ever. I wanted so badly to be a lifeguard. I really wasn't a strong swimmer and I thought there's no way I could ever do it. But it was one of the things that I really wanted, one of the very first things that I really wanted. And I worked hard for it. I trained for it. I took the course. I think I failed the first time. I trained hard again, took the course, passed the second time, became a lifeguard. And it was the first time I showed myself wow, I can actually want something really badly, think that I'm not going to get it, but work hard enough to get it. I backpacked around the world for a year by myself. That I just feel is a huge accomplishment. So really understanding your achievements. Okay, what are you really proud of? And then I think, talking about it is also really important. Talking about, I would say 1, 2, this is probably number 3. Talking about it, sharing your feelings, I think, with somebody that you trust, particularly a coach, a mentor, a guide. Get that individual support around it. That's something that we are always talking with our clients about on our Q&A calls and in our one-on-one sessions inside of Soul Business Accelerator. We're talking with that person, with that client, and we're coaching them through that so that they don't get stuck. They're not in their head. They have help, people who have been there. A lot of times what it takes is just really moving forward. What are the next 3 steps? And focusing on how can you get those little initial wins. Okay, so talk to someone, preferably a coach or a mentor who's been there, who has experience dealing with this, and they're going to get you through. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, I would say don't feel like you have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. And in all honesty, everything out there everything out there has actually been said and done before. There really isn't anything 100% new that you're going to be able to come up with as an expert. We are all pulling from the collective consciousness. We are all regurgitating stuff. We regurgitate it in different ways, right? Through our own lens of perspective, through our own lens of our own personal experience and stories. So, how I say it might resonate very differently with you than how someone else says it. And then that's why you choose to come in and work with me. Okay. We don't have to be experts or gurus. We just have to be contributors. So take some of that pressure off. And then I think, one of the other things is really just being able to visualize success. So rather, it's like working with your subconscious mind and reprogramming that. We talk about this all the time. Visualizing your success and where you want to be and making decisions from the place of where you want to be. As a 6-figure business owner, as a 7-figure business owner, how am I going to show up in this scenario, in this situation? And you're going to get a different energy, and you're going to show up from the place of that different energy. Keep your visualization, hold tight on that visualization. And anytime you start to feel the fear of, oh my God, who am I to do this? Remember where you want to be and make decisions and act from the energy of that place, and work to really reprogram your subconscious mind. I'm going to stop there because I think these are all really great tips. I could probably go on for a few more, but I think these are the main ones. And if you really spend some time here working through these, you're going to ditch that imposter syndrome enough to where at least it's a passenger in your seat, and not the driver. I hope that this was helpful. I don't know if those of you, if you've been to my event yet, but I'm doing an event here, a live virtual event. We're going to put your 6-figure foundational pieces in place. We're going to talk a bit about imposter syndrome, but you're not going to be one of the ones that gets stuck. Let's put your foundational pieces in place in my live event. Tickets are only $37. There are still some spots left. We are limiting those. They're definitely going to sell out. So grab your ticket, just comment ticket, and we'll drop the link to buy your ticket here. That is, yes, it's going to be recorded. A replay will be sent out, and you're going to be able to hit the ground running with your marketing foundation in place, and your offer, and your pricing and your marketing message in place as well for 2024. So grab a ticket to my event, come in and learn with me. I promise you it is more worth your time. You're going to come away literally with a fresh new perspective on your business and your business plan for 2024. I'll see you there.